Okay, mic should be on. Everything appears to be fine dandy. Let's give it the text, which is this. That. There we go. My front on board. Hello.
Hello.
Hello all. Right, we're back for new year, new game. Yeah, this is a new game.
Yep.
Right, so we've changed our minds on what the current game's going to be because of scheduling reasons, pretty much. Because it's always that, pretty much. We needed a shorter game before we reach February because on February we can't stream. That's just the basic principle of it. I don't have to go too far into depth, really. Don't need to explain myself, do I? Yeah. So we're gonna do a nice, quick, easy game for January, and then see what happens. I guess I don't know. We're trying to aim to make sure we don't go over February. That's the goal. Too hard, he says. Right.
And then things show up.
Yeah, things will probably show up. Right. Yeah. So I've decided I'll be doing Shadow Generations. It's not been long enough that spoilers are away by now and extra DLCs came out, so now's a good time as any other. Yeah. So I'm a game booted up and ready to go and then screen share it. Stuff. Let's see, launch the game. I got the deluxe version. It comes with an art book, which is a separate application for some stupid reason.
Hey, is it at least optimized for it then?
It's fine, but it's just stupid. It's a separate application. So game's allowed at boot. Yay.
Of course it is.
One of those games.
But also, I just assume you haven't streamed shared yet because you're just starting it, right?
Yeah, I'm literally starting it. Okay, here we go. So yeah, this is the re-release of Sonic Generations plus an extra game was slapped on top. We're not doing Sonic Generations because it's the exact same game. The only difference being is that the script was altered, but besides that, it is pretty much the identical game. Like, if you want to play Generations, grab this one because you get an extra game for free.
That sounds fair.
Yeah. Alright, so before we start, if you're going to play this game, watch the YouTube animation prologue for this game.
It's great.
It is great, but for some reason it's not here on the PC version. It is a thing. Let's see, Windows, please. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, the animations is there on the console version, but not on the PC version. I don't get that. It's like a PS5 exclusive for some asinine reason. But what are you gonna do? But we do have this prologue instead to compensate, so we'll do this first.
Okay.
50 years ago, aboard the space colony Ark, the genius Professor Gerald Robotnik sought to create the ultimate life form. He called his creation Shadow. Shadow was raised alongside Gerald's ailing granddaughter, Maria. They were inseparable. A series of tragedies befell the Ark. The military sought to cover everything up. They took the lives of Gerald and Maria and sealed Shadow away. 50 years later, Shadow was awakened, filled with anger and sadness. He was haunted by Maria's final words to him.
Shadow, I beg of you, for all the people on that planet.
Shadow was bent on revenge and sought to destroy the world.
It's clearly what Maria intended.
Shadow remembered Maria's final wish: to protect her beloved planet and all who lived there.
Oh, I've made a mistake.
To Shadow's past, Shadow was generated from the DNA of the evil alien conqueror Black Doom. Shadow didn't understand why Black Doom expected him to be the vanguard for his invasion of Earth. After many battles, Shadow crushed Black Doom and his forces, finally breaking free from his past. Shadow the Hedgehog, the lone dark warrior who judges the world by his own code. The past will return to haunt him.
Bit of an abridged version of the story, but that's the core elements you needed to know. Right, let's see. Yeah, don't mind the timestamp. There's a couple extra hours there of me faffing around. So the game is shorter than that.
I take your word on it.
Can we wake him up now? Can I meet him?
I believe so, yes. It is time to awaken the ultimate life. Welcome to the world, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow, this is Rouge. Do you copy?
Meanwhile, in Sonic Generations, the contrasted graphical difference. I get the consistency, but also it was like,
Yes, I arrived at the space colony an hour ago.
Well, you're missing the birthday party. I hope you're planning on being here.
I doesn't like that it
Told you.
kind of works
Guns
considering
protected
Shadow's
enemies
his own
and
ball, it feels
viruses
like.
on board the Ark.
yeah, they keep up the consistency of like at the start of Sonic Generations, Shadow legit was not there. He was there at the end of the game, so this explains why he wasn't at the party. Alright, straight away into gameplay.
Finally, I've got you now. I won't let you get away.
So the gameplay style here is pretty similar to Frontiers, but more refined to being closer to Generations, if that makes sense, including using the right trigger for boost, which is so wrong, but I've gotten used to it now, so I can't change that. Oops.
Game happens. It's like that. You just get used to it until you go back to all the games. It's like, oh yeah, this used to work differently.
Pretty familiar with these stages after playing them enough, so I'm probably going to blitz through these a bit too well. I really appreciate how well they recreated the Arc stage from SA2, including all the weird anti-gravity mechanics. That was a pleasant surprise to find.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm just enjoying my time playing a good game. Like, just a good mix of gameplay and sound effects and all that. The soundtrack's great.
The ultimate power.
Oh yeah, we got Chaos Powers as well, which is a nice addition. You can use it to freeze time for a couple seconds. It also pauses any hazards, making them into platforms as well.
That is. You use it to have like secrets and stuff.
Yep. You know what to look for. You can use them to get any shortcuts and such. So we're going to use this thing very liberally. It's like they actually knew to focus on the right mechanics to make the game good.
Ultimate power.
It's a game unconceivable.
Oh.
Alright, free.
There's also extra collectibles in the stage. They'll be explained later on, so don't worry about it for now.
Let's do this.
Indeed a can coming towards me. Right. Side characters used to be cool.
What do you mean used to?
We don't get moments like this anymore, so this was just nice to see. Oh, and the prototype Chaos enemies as well, which is just also pleasant to see. Makes sense, but also it's like, oh, they still exist. Neat. Also showing that Shadow's homing attack is different to Sonic's. His is actually teleporting, which allows me to get through that
Yeah.
wall of lasers.
Yeah.
Easy to forget
Which
about that.
doesn't, like, nice, you know, tutorials without being tutorials. It's like, well, there's an enemy behind this laser equivalent and they're getting the homing attack. Well, I think they know what the game was to do.
Just really appreciate this stage because it's a really good first impression because there's quite a few alternate routes you can take if you know what to look for. It's like, oh, it's not just super linear, it's actually alternate routes. I think someone watched a little bit of Doctor Strange. just a tiny bit. Get very familiar with this. We're gonna be seeing Radical Highway a couple times.
It's not the worst thing to do.
No, it's very good visuals. Like, it's a great spectacle. It's just they're gonna be using this a lot. Kind of became a bit of a joke that Black Doom's just a really big fan of Radical Highway. I love the soundtrack of this game. It's just good. Kind of weird because initially fans were a little bit against this particular style of remixing, but it's just like, I don't care. It sounds good to me.
And it definitely things to call new as well, so.
Yeah, it does. This is all in the first stage, by the way.
Hey, I was really put effort into this.
Yeah, because they want to make this like good quality mainstream Sonic game material, and not just the side project. Like, this is pretty much a main game.
You cannot deny your fate.
But combat is just a tiny smidge. It won't hurt. Okay. Whee!
So what I was tracking was him. I won't let him escape again. Free.
I must get those 5 seconds. Yeah, using your Chaos Powers does allow you to have extra time. It cuts off 5 seconds into the main time. To get S ranks, you want to have the best time. That's literally the main goal. That was a neat distraction.
Usually harder to find.
The fake Chaos Emerald Tails made to foil the Doctor's plans.
Oh, okay.
Even I have a hard time distinguishing between the two of them.
That fooled me.
Meanwhile, Sonic Generations is happening.
Have you seen Sonic Generations with me? I'm not sure.
Yeah, sorry, ask again.
Have I seen Sonic Generations?
Yeah, I think you were there, but this is a while ago now.
It's like, there's some that just harder to distinguish.
To be fair, Sonic Generations is such a nothing game for story, so you're not missing much. Gameplay-wise, it's amazing. The story, nothing. Whatever this is, I don't like it.
Also paint your minis. Person that owns 1 mini that is unpainted.
You don't have the paint set, do you?
No.
Then that's the
And
problem.
I also play so little in person that it doesn't matter much.
Yeah, fair. Right, so taking notes from Sonic Frontiers, our main hub is an open zone area, but not as supremely in-depth as... It's still a decent hub, though.
Yeah.
These collectibles here.
Wait, this isn't Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, it kinda is. I'm gonna give you a warning now. Those collectibles, don't worry about them. They do not matter in the long run. So those collectibles we'll be finding in the stages you can use to open these chests. They give you extras to look in the collection room, basically. Mega's here. What's he have to say? Oh, right. We could voice act if we want to. You want to take Omega?
I guess.
He's basic.
Shadow, you are here too. I was hunting Dr. Eggman's latest super weapon when it unleashed a temporal anomaly.
I will assist you, Shadow.
Chronometer error. We are in a space without time. I will assist you in returning things to normal.
By assisting means not being involved in anything. He's just here. He doesn't do anything.
Hurry up, Shadow.
Harry, I must resume my hunt and destroy Dr. Eggman.
He's very obsessed with destroying things. Alright.
Of course I am. Destroying was my purpose.
Something calls to me.
I can't activate that yet. Okay, so we could do Act 2 now. We'll check out what that thing is over there. I suppose checking this out wouldn't hurt. Let's just get Act 2 out of the way. Okay, so the difference with Act 1 and Act 2, Act 1 is full 3D, Act 2 is full 2D for stage design. And people complained, but I'm over here like, I don't know, this is pretty good 2D because it feels 3D at the same time.
It's like, yeah, if you have good level design, the 2D stage is also really fun, so...
They're also taking full advantage of, we're in a 3D camera playing in a 2D space, so it still works. It's like, the camera doesn't have to be stiff, it can still work in this plane.
This is the ultimate power.
Yeah.
It's fine, I didn't want the spring anyway. There's a secret down there, I missed it. It's like I saw a hint of green on the corner of my eye, I ignored it.
I didn't think, oh shit, I'm past this.
If there's any green circular spheres in the environment, that's when you should use your chaos powers to get a little shortcut, basically. I'm surprised they managed to replicate these gravity towers exactly how SE2 worked, as in they're very, very jank. Like, they managed to replicate it exactly. Honestly, it's a miracle in itself that they managed to capture it exactly. We also have Chaos Spear. It's mostly just used to stun or activate switches, but it's nice that we have it. Ah! Good enough. Maybe I should have waited.
Yes, you again.
It's the projectile I fire out. That.
Okay.
You use it to stun or to activate switches. It's not really effective to attack things, because you have a homing attack, it's redundant.
Chaos control!
It's too early. There's a lot of places we can use Chaos Control to get great routes and all that shit, if you know what you're looking for. Here. Suddenly wings.
What is this? This power.
Alright, this is a little
Venom.
kinda. This is a little preview to a power we'll get way later in the game. This is technically our super mode, but it allows us to just have, well, very continuous flight as long as we have rings. This is a
Shadow
very...
should also have his Super Saiyan form, right?
Nah, he needs all 7 emeralds, and right now Sonic is hoarding all of them. Except for one. So this is this game's equivalent of his super form. It will do. It's practical.
This is the ultimate power.
Is that too early? I hope you enjoyed those wings. That's the only time you're gonna see him. We won't be seeing those till way later in the game.
That is sad.
What was that new power? I've never done anything like that before. It's not something I should normally be able to do, yet it felt natural. What could be causing these mutations?
Maria, wait.
Maria? No. She's gone. I'm seeing things. Maria!
Shadow, I beg of you. Please, do it for me.
Maria?
For all the people on that planet. Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
I need to stay focused. Deal with the problem at hand, not chase dreams.
I don't have emotional trauma. Tell me what you're talking about.
I'm not edgy.
You're edgy. I have a thing. What I'm gonna put in this thing.
Something calls to me.
Looks like I got an upgrade.
It pretty much is. So now I'm able to multi-lock onto 5 targets at once. It's still the Chaos Spear, it's just now I can do multiple targets at once. Much different. Okay, before we go any further, let's have a look and see what this thing is. So, has anyone seen the new Sonic movie yet?
I mean, I know you have. I
okay. With the benefit of hindsight, there's nothing really spoilery here. I feel like this stage adds context for a scene that we don't see, basically.
Oh, this is the place with the first fight, right?
In theory.
Where am I now? Huh? Is that me? Huh? I've taken on another form? I feel as if I've left my own dimension. Suspicious. I should follow.
Is this Keanu Reeves doing Shadow for the DLC? Like that's honestly a nice, pleasant addition. They could have just had a sound alike, but no, they got actually Keanu Reeves for this.
Described the Earth.
This is an interesting additive.
To be fair, like with Keanu Reeves, I kind of just like he's totally above me, like, yeah, I'm voicing for a video game as well.
I think in the context of the development, if I recall from what I found, the devs didn't really know any of the context what the lines were given to them when they were making the DLC, so they just had to assume everything would match up, basically. So, like, I think they were just trying their best keeping spoilers away, pretty much. Yeah, like, as an extra additional stage, it's pretty solid, and this is our Westopolis equivalent, because people were complaining that there was no, like, Shadow the Hedgehog game representation in this Shadow game, if that makes any sense.
That's definitely the
Right, so interesting tidbit, in the movie itself, like, movie Shadow doesn't actually say any of the Chaos ability lines. He doesn't say Chaos Control at any point, but he does say it here, so that's close enough.
What a waste of time.
and then okay, no.
No, he's fine with it. He saved him. He's fine. Now the other helicopters we've been attacking, those different.
They were trolls.
Yes, of course. Like this one. Fuck him in particular. Yeah, there we go. So there are extra collectibles you can find on this stage. These postcards, they don't think, unfortunately. Like they're just collectibles for like screenshots. That's all they do. Such a shame. I appreciate they added something for you to pick up, but it's like, oh man.
Too slow.
Okay, that's not how helicopters work. They can't just fly directly this direction.
It has really good jet engines at the back, and I think for helicopters they usually are just exhausts, right? Don't really fight fast at all.
Yeah, sure.
That one also parachuted away.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
You get different unique animations for each of these results things. You get a unique animation for each result. That's honestly impressive. It's only for this for this DLC. The ones in the main game are consistent, but this DLC has unique animations. That's surprising. Anyway.
Oh. Control.
You said the thing.
I have no time for this. I have to complete my mission, but I'll be back.
And that's it. You only get the one act with this DLC. I mean, okay. There are like side missions you can do, but you only get the one act. Come on, man. You go out of your way to make all these unique assets, and then that's it. we do get a poster, so that's something.
Yay! For
It's-
posters.
It's like they went out of the way to make all these unique assets, a completely original character model. You can't use it in the main game because it's too different. Legit, that facial structure is too different.
It's a shame.
You do get challenges if you want, but they don't unlock anything. They're just there for reasons. So yeah. Anyway, back to the main game. Hope you enjoyed the DLC. That's all you get. So far, the hub is pretty small, including this water, which very inviting.
Instantly kill you, yeah.
Yep, you can't boost over it either.
Hedgehogs can't swim.
I've learned my lesson, of course. Right, so right now, I wouldn't actually recommend exploring. I mean, you can if you want to, but you can't really find everything
That's
because
because it's still...
yeah, the main hub hasn't really been found yet. Let's just keep playing the core game and ignore all the side stuff because there's no reason to do that. I've got a save file that's already done everything, so we'll exploit that instead.
Preparation. Yay.
Boxes are in the way. There we go. I opened the door. Alright. Okay. That looks like a rocket, but whatever. I'll just ignore that. Alright. Next stage. Already. Alright, so it looks like we're going into Sonic Heroes territory with Rail Canyon. Always nice to hear, nice to see Sonic Heroes getting some real representation nowadays, because it's been lacking as of late.
Nice. Just...
Right, I know for a fact you weren't there for Heroes. So
Was it Heroes the one where you always with the 3 people spot?
yeah, I know you were there for like...
Or was it Sonic Boom?
No, it was Sonic Heroes. I think Boom has that. We haven't done
That-
Boom. The Sonic Boom does have that, but we haven't done Boom.
Okay.
You weren't, quote, there for Sonic Heroes. I know that because you were in the chat. So it was just me at the time.
But yeah, this like... Sonic stuff kind of blends together for me.
What? No. How dare you?
It is that it will stick out, like, you know, on Fear's, Unleashed, whatever the one called that's set in Arabian folklore.
Oh, Sonic the Black Knight. And Sonic the Secret Rings.
Secret Rings, yeah.
It's one of those things.
I think I wasn't there for, Secret Knights. But yeah. And Sonic Adventures, because
Well, that was
just perfectly they're really distinct.
yeah. But also, I wanted to redo those games because it's been long enough, and it was for a hype of the movie at the same time. The stage needs Rail Canyon and likes its rails. Who'd have thunk? I do like that they've really captured the essence of the original stage in Heroes, though, because everything here is pretty accurate. It's different, it's completely original in the layout, but all the core elements are there, and they did a good job there. Anyway, do you want more Radical Highway? Because we're gonna get more Radical Highway.
But I guess we're going to do it anyway, so...
You can use your Chaos Powers here as well, which is interesting fallback. Don't know why, but whatever. Boost here. Dare you? Oh, so in Shadow the Hedgehog, where Black Doom is from, he was voiced by Sean Schemmel, the voice of Goku. That's not him this time around. This is Ben Diskin, which is honestly a pleasant surprise to see. He does the voice just fine, considering Black Doom's the chief, like Dr. Claw, the voice.
Inspector who?
Dr. Claw is an Inspector Gadget villain.
Ah, okay. Never watched this shit.
You're not missing out. Right, you have to make sure you actually hit Black Doom here in these sections, because if you don't pick that up, you can't actually progress in the next stage. Like, huh, I didn't realize that was... Yeah, I didn't realize that was missable. That's the thing. I always got it every time I saw him, so I didn't realize it was missable. Oops.
I could jump on you, but I can see some people like, okay, how do I do this? Like, but it just feels like, hey, like, ah, oh, that did.
I did the stage, what else are you asking me for?
Yeah.
So if I didn't freeze them, I get the feeling they would probably destroy a bit of the route here. So I've got a slightly faster route now. Should be close to the end by about now.
Probably after this.
Like, these stages aren't like short, they're like average 5 minutes, which is just the sweet spot for length of stages should be, really. Because I guess they learned the lesson from Forces, where they made literally sub 1 minute stages. Like, that's too damn short.
Yeah.
Like, they kept this little Easter egg here. Well, it's not a supreme Easter egg, it's just appreciate they actually expect you to be on top of the roof to ignore the lower section. Yeah. Could be S ranks all around. Did you watch? At least these things are only on the Act 1s. You don't have to worry about missing anything on Act 2. Okay, nothing else has happened out here. Let's go do Act 2. I just don't have to worry about exploring shit. We'll be doing that later. Stupid boost turned off for some reason. I'm not bad. What are you talking about?
It's for the leg.
I mean, I can say that as a complaint. No. I want you to do it my way. I didn't need the spring. Yeah, actually, I can complain that my controller probably lags. I'm currently using an Xbox One controller, and I swear this thing has some misinputs. Like I recently played Kingdom Hearts. There were multiple times like I know for a fact I fucking jumped. What happened?
Yeah, right. Probably the best of this, nothing.
Should get a new controller, but controls aren't cheap.
They really aren't.
Especially with all those excessive features that nobody wants.
What do you mean nobody needs those kinds of things?
What do you mean you slapped on a touchpad that no game ever fucking uses? And an IR sensor on the Switch controller.
What sensor?
An IR sensor, like legit a TV remote input. Like, it's meant to be used for advanced stuff, like reading your hand inputs and shit, but literally no games fucking use it, and yet they still slap it onto a Switch controller, increasing the price.
Yeah, that's really going to make good profit.
Can't wait to find out what the useless feature will be on the Switch 2 Joy-Cons.
Yeah, will be one, yeah.
I think they actually, what was, quote, leaked, they're planning to input a sensor to allow it to function as a mouse, basically. Which, okay, not the worst idea. It means you can implement mouse control, which is not the worst idea. But, again, how many games are going to actually implement it?
No. Like, this will be like one, see the cool thing we can do with it, and that will be it.
It'll work with the Switch 2 version of Doom for 2016 on only that one. Not for Doom Eternal.
Wait, are both Doom games on the Switch?
I think Doom 2016 got an actual effort port, but I'm not sure about Eternal. I'm sure there is a port for it.
Huh.
Like, they actually did try to give a good port for the Switch for Doom 2016, but I can't say if it's good, but I know it exists.
Yeah, it's like
This
Doom
is during
is an intense game.
like this is during when
Like,
they were
it's-
trying to push what the Switch could do.
Yeah,
It's like, look, you can run Doom.
Can it run Doom? But I gotta give credit to Doom and also Doom Eternal. They were really well optimized because those ran on my old PC still quite well.
Yep, same for mine. Alright. Oh, hey. It went there a minute ago.
Oh, hello, Shadow. Please don't smash us to bits!
Okay, so this kind of makes sense as to why they're here, because it was a bit unexplained where they went with Cubot and Orbot, because they were there at the end of Sonic Colors, which was supposed to lead on to Sonic Generations. Eggman literally ditched the two so that Eggman can take the power of time manipulation and all that. So I guess these two ended up here after all that.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Shadow. How are you this fine morning? Evening? It's hard to say. You can voice Cubot anything. That was his
Yeah,
gag.
it's like it was like he just spoke, and I always like he was loud. That's what I remember.
He talks.
No, we were not building a weapon. Honest.
Yes.
Quite so. We found what appears to be the framework of a rocket. Just imagine, if we can complete it, we can slip the bonds to the ceaseless expanse.
Yeah, and we can fly out of this fight for it too.
However, we lack the speed and tenacity to search for the necessary parts, you see.
And we're lazy.
Hush! So, if you don't mind, could you look for parts that could help in this reconstruction?
We'll save you a seat on the escape rocket, buddy.
Right, this is where all those parts are going towards, this rocket, quote. You do not unlock anything for getting all the parts, and it sucks, it's not worth it. There's a gag about building this, quote, rocket. It turns out it's a bloody clock. Like, that's the joke.
That
You don't get anything for getting all the parts. I'm not joking, like,
that's just
it's not worth
mean.
it's
Like,
not worth it. Like, it's
seriously.
an interesting challenge finding all 80 parts, but just in general, it's a waste of your time and effort. Like, fuck. There's not even a map tracker, by the way, if you're missing one, so have fun trying to find the one part you missed. I had to resort to a video to find the ones I was missing. Oh, hello.
It also like the one where it's like, okay, I don't remember which ones I got.
Haven't collected. It's like, did I collect this one? I can't remember. Let me go to that spot in the video, because fuck me, I don't know where it is.
Yeah. That.
I'm gonna be collecting them by accident a lot of the times, because they happen to be on the way.
Yeah. But this is also something this is start also become a bit a completionist. It's like,
Calls to me.
do I just look for these kinds of things in advance because it will save me time, but on the other hand, I just want to enjoy it for the story and everything, so.
So this one's a fun ability, personally. Right, so we're now repurposing enemies as our personal projectiles.
Okay, that is fun.
It's a fun ability. Because I can actually manually aim where this goes and go towards the direction where it goes. Hang on, I gotta do what the game's asking me to do.
I can send enemies flying. Not bad.
This only majorly works on these enemies specifically. So if you see this guy, you know what you're using him for in a second.
Yeah, which makes it less, question. Do I kill this guy? Do I just use him as a platform?
Most of the time, he's just there to be used as a way to get a new route. that's a boss arena. But we have no keys. Where do we get keys? Side missions. It's just like Generations. I recommend you do all of them regardless, because by the end of the game you need all the keys by doing all the challenges, even if you have more keys than you need. That way. There we go. This place gets a lot more accessible the further in you go, naturally. Right. These little challenges should be less than a minute long. These things go by real quick. This one's asking me to use my Chaos Control power, so I shall. Thankfully there's no achievement for getting like all S ranks for these challenges. Thank fuck.
But that's the real achievement.
I know, but I don't care. I don't need it, but it was right there. That's gonna happen a lot. It's like,
Yeah.
Fritz built the better.
Look, it's right there.
Like this one is right here. I meant to do that. It's fine. No matter. There.
Let's do this.
I technically did that under 30 seconds, but it wasn't. Time travel shenanigans.
Timey, wimey, wibbly wobbly.
Oh, and these bell things were also implemented from Generation. You hit these, little note wanders around. You can do that as a challenge to follow after it and all that shit. Or if you play the smart game and just wait for it to come right back here, because that's how it worked in Generations.
Peaks on the gameplay. Waiting.
Oh, actually, no, they don't. Okay, I just assumed they'd come back. In Generations, yeah, why
Maybe
follow?
they learned.
Yeah, it's like, why follow them when I could just wait for them to come back? I'm not gonna bother with these note things, because it's just a waste of time. I've already got a save file where I've done all that. So yeah, these side missions is technically padding, but I enjoy the gameplay, so is it really padding?
Nah. Like, the same as like, if you enjoy the gameplay, it's not fine.
I should ask that same question to Kingdom Hearts. I said it was done the other day, but then I just went right back into it. It's like, fuck me, I can't leave.
Just enjoy the gameplay.
I do enjoy the gameplay, that's the problem.
But you don't need to.
No, I do enjoy it, that's why I can't leave it.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's not really crime because you just enjoy doing it.
But is it a good thing when you acknowledge that you are grinding for it? That's the problem. Nah, I've already got the...
Yeah, it's getting philosophical right now.
I've got the quota already, so I can just go ahead and get to the end.
Alright.
I do appreciate these missions aren't super strict. They especially learned from Shadow, where they give you more than what you need. I remember when that wasn't fun. Do you?
And I never played them, so...
You witnessed it. You know it was bad.
Yeah. And it's very easy if you just watch it.
I mean, if you're gonna play the game now, there's I think it's called Shadow Reloaded, where there's a mod that basically just fixes all the grindy, repetitive issues to make the game tolerable. So this one's testing you for your Chaos Spear abilities, so... Like, these side missions do give you a chance to experiment the new mechanics and get a feel for them, and do auto routes and all that shit. You know, fun stuff. See you over there. Probably got more balloons than I'm actually going to be needing in like 5 seconds. But I want all of them. I think they give you a lot more than you actually need. which does questions like, what's the optimal way of doing this to get those S ranks? Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, our guys don't laugh at that.
Probably. By about now, yeah, I imagine it would have happened by now. You... Collect rings, okay. I never liked the collecting ring challenges, mainly for the fact of, okay, you need to be holding 100 rings, not you've collected 100 rings and lost it. Like, you need to be currently holding 100, not... That spring is attached to the platform. Okay, that's the quota. Now I just gotta get to the end. It's fine. It's fine. I can air dash. It definitely took a lot of notes from.
The maps the flow, but if you have to wait for it to actually
yeah, with the platform to resume. Yeah. That's the whole point. It's a skill. You gotta know when to optimally use. You know, stop for time for 5 seconds and all that shit.
That is also fair.
Skill issue. It's key number 2. Now I gotta go back to the first area. Take 2. How dare this hub be slow?
It's just to use the hover party at the end of Frontiers, right?
Yeah, and to be fair, I think in the stages you are slightly faster than the hub speed. Which is better than how Frontiers did it with the cyberspace stages where you were legit slower and weaker. Ugh. Never again. Alright, gotta defeat the artificial chaos. These things. That's probably too early, but whatever. I don't care. You can kind of technically get a chain of chaos controls if you know where the best placements for enemies, because any enemies you hit whilst time is frozen won't collect to your meter until time's resumed. So you can destroy it enough, then resume, and it's instantly recharged. It's like there's strategy in this game, my god.
Just destroy everything inside.
In theory. Destroy this slot here. Jump over there. By the time time's resumed, I should be already recharged. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does take a second, but still, my point being.
Yeah. A bit early, yeah.
I can't cancel out of it. I'll give a point to Sonic Heroes, because in Sonic Heroes, for Team Dark, the main ability is Chaos Control. And time does stop. It's a little hard to tell, because there's no visual effect, but time does stop. But you can just press the ultimate attack button again to resume time. So that's a +1 for Sonic Heroes. Alright, a don't get hit challenge. Easy enough. I'm just gonna mind my time. I don't have to go fast. I don't know what you're talking about.
You have to go fast.
Heresy. Well, if I want that S rank, maybe.
This is the ultimate power.
That's right there. I mean, it allows me to skip the spikes, so, you know, it's strategy. Oh, look, I've already S-ranked it. By sheer accident. Right, that's the missions done for now. I think. They're not... Oh, there is another set. Right, I need to do that too. I've got the 3 keys I need, but I want this extra one because I can.
Yeah, it's because it just don't want the backtrack.
That, and I'm gonna be needing... There's a 4th there's the final boss door, basically, that requires 4 keys instead of 3. So you know they're serious.
That is fun.
It is fun. It's kind of insulting to the enemy too, because they're just literally platform fodder. Like, my god, you've been so degraded. I missed the thing. Oh. Mistakes were made. Should be past of it. Okay, alright. Where's the end of the stage? It's gotta be around here somewhere. There it is. Am I just gonna, like...
But I think.
Yes, like, am I doing all air strikes by complete accident now? I don't mean to be.
Still.
Okay, here's one for proper chaos control abilities. So they also give you capsules that give you full refills of the abilities, in case you need it. The whole point of the stage, you do need it. Oh, they've also fixed that stupid one-time stomp thing for Frontiers, where, after you use it mid-air, if you don't land on the ground, you couldn't use it again. Like, fuck, they fixed that?
Oh, yeah.
That pissed me off. It's like, I want to get on the ground quickly!
Quickly ruins any flow, right?
It really did.
Ultimate power.
Yep, nailed that. I should slow myself down. I'm doing it too well. Oink. 4 keys? Right, I gotta manually go all the way back there. I probably should have gone back here first in hindsight, because I know that's why I did the first time around. Oh, you do have a fast travel in this game, by the way, but the hub is, like, only so big. Is it worth doing? Maybe? Actually, I should probably showcase it right now. Let's see. Ah, I can't do it from here. Right, you can only fast travel to stages you've unlocked. That makes sense. That'd be very broken and remove the point of exploration. Another. Right, first boss. What we got? Your opening animation is fancy. Let us in.
Let me in.
Oh, it's the Bio-Lizard. Weird thing, Sonic Generations on 3DS had exclusively the Bio-Lizard as a boss fight. Like, it had unique boss fights, and now we're seeing him again. It's like, this ain't special, I fought you on the 3DS. But so far, adaptation-wise, yep, it's the exact fight from the SA2. It can't be that simple, can it?
Maybe.
Tired. I do like the Shadow comments, like he remembers fighting him. Like, oh yeah, right, the past happened.
Future is past. Past future.
So this is new. He's got hands. My God.
suppose will stop me.
Maybe?
Mutation. Alright, Pop. I already know your weaknesses.
You Shadow, you don't have to ruin it. Don't rub it in. Alright, so you can speedrun this fight a little bit by using Chaos Control at the right time. Here. So you can't attack these arms normally after the first time, because he won't let you attack them long enough, but Chaos Control says otherwise.
Oh, it's like...
Nope, I'm keeping those arms, they're staying right here. Alright. Where's your final phase? You must have one.
And because he heals full,
Stop struggling.
I think he's just weaponizing his life support unit.
I'll show you which of us is the true ultimate life force.
Come on, throw me something. I can just deflect all this shit.
just any dot. Oh.
There we go, you got one, eventually. Good for you.
Chaos control.
Oh, I'm too close. There we go.
Take this.
And he's supposed to be your older brother. How dare you? I remember that was the predecessor to Shadow. Anyway, fuck him. Alright?
Yeah, you kind of did that, so good on you, I guess.
Oh look, there's the rest of the map.
Thank you, been a few seconds ago.
So people have compared this place very similar to Mario 3D World on the Switch, because I had an extra game mode just like this.
Finest creation? Black Doom. I destroyed you once. I will do it again.
You defeated us, but the Black-Hardens live on. And this temporal anomaly has accelerated my plans to revive my forces and consume the world.
Ugh.
That bastard.
Show yourself.
You know, these aren't even him, they're just his projections.
You are not ready yet. We are not ready yet. Once you have been perfected, then we will have our reckoning.
Not sure why they made a cutscene out of that. It just leads us to their next upgrade. It's like, go this way, you kinda need it.
I think that is the intention, yeah.
Whee. Oh look, we're here.
Something calls to me.
I wonder if that was added there because focus groups couldn't find the route to get here.
And you probably all just were not luminous and just started exploring or something.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Go over water.
Yep. Now we
Becoming too powerful.
can... Yeah, now we can go on water.
Whee! Cross water more easily.
Yeah, this is your main way of traversing on the water. Now you can pretty much reach everything you need to. We still got time. Let's do another stage. This looks familiar, yet at the same time, not. I wonder why. Oh right, Sonic 06, the one that was erased from the timeline. Still here somehow. It will never leave.
What happened with Sonic 06?
Right, legit in the storyline, at the end of the game, all the events of Sonic 06 was erased. It never happened. But it's still here because time anomaly shit. It's an interesting tidbit. But it's just like, yeah, it's the anniversary title. We're going to include like, most of the games from the past.
Yeah.
I do like that this is pretty much just like, okay, we're going to take the layout and stuff from Sonic 06 and actually do it right. Pretty much. It's like, yep, this is the superior version. It is interesting how they adapted what was, you know, gameplay-wise was very similar to how the adventure style was, and how they managed to make it work for a boost formula. It shouldn't, yet it works well here. It's a miracle in my eyes, to be honest. Right, that little dodge thing, you're forced to go left or right, you can't just spin in the center. A little weird. You get used to it, but it's an odd quirk. And I can't boost whilst I'm in this form. Odd.
Just to bring the boost, I guess.
You can get like an initial boost if you just, like the second you touch the water, you boost forward just a little bit, but that's all you get. It is seamless, like it's completely unintrusive when it kicks in, so that's fine. Yeah, that usually works. I did like they added that mechanic where you bounce higher, because that was in the original too. If you have knowledge of the previous games, they apply here. What? Like, I gotta experiment with each and every single one, because you never know when one might provide a better route. Ow. Whatever. I didn't need the capsule anyway. Alright, this thing. Just there as a distraction until you need to hit it. There you go, extra route. Moving on. Route fodder. Fuck these windows.
Visually, it's a really nice stage.
It is a nice stage, even in the original game, this stood out. Like, there's a reason why they made, in the original game for 06, the E3 demonstration stage. They were so proud of it. They even implemented a day-night function, even though it meant nothing to the gameplay. But then that mechanic got removed, because they realized, oh, this isn't doing anything. Why did we implement this?
Also, how many Hogwarts comparisons have been made?
The thought has occurred, but I've not actually made the comparison.
Maybe some people must have, right?
Probably. Ah! My face. Fine. Just a little bit pride ruins, but you know, I didn't need it. coming to the end of the section now. So this section was like at the final end for Sonic with the Mach Speed section, you know, just a bit of a regular section, because your Mach Speed is your, well, it's your boost speed, so it's kind of redundant. It used to be special, man. There you go, Kingdom Valley. I'm blanking out the name for some reason. I can't remember the stage's name, and I have no idea why. Maybe that says a lot about the game itself. Alright. We'll do Act 2 and then we'll stop there, I think.
Yeah.
Act 2 is, again, 2D, should be a bit shorter, but still decent quality. If I really step it up, maybe I can complete the stage faster. Well, it's not gonna pressure to beat this before February comes around. I do like that since this was built with, you know, the mechanics they made with Frontiers, the same design methods are applying here, so, you know, they appreciate good tech, basically. I'm positive I was missing inputs there. I should have been wall dropping faster.
Yeah, it's like that felt slow for...
It's usually faster, but it wasn't. No, you can aim the enemy there onto the green thing to activate it immediately.
But it's not too good.
I missed.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Hit the thing, damn it. Good spot for chaos control in a second, so I want to save it. And there it goes. Good job, me. Oh, I could always just try harder and do it faster, maybe. Sake. Did it again. Good news, I've got chaos control again. I got it back, so I could use it. I'm definitely not getting that strike now. That's just gone. There we go. Much better. Just slow down every once in a while, you know. Be sensible.
Slowing down in a Sonic game.
Sacrilege.
Yeah.
Spring is a bit pointless. I could just wait there and get the same result. Yeah, I could have made without it. Maybe. Almost be there. Usually kind of have a feel for when the goal ring should be at. Any second now. Wait, we're not factoring in the amount of times I died earlier. Stupid thing.
You didn't die, you just pressed the...
A minor inconvenience at best. This is the argument I have with the, you know, the 2D stages. It's using a 3D camera angle. It's allowing me to see more up ahead, and I was able to predict a shortcut that ring, dash ring a second ago. And you can see stuff up ahead that you normally wouldn't in a straight 2D section.
Yeah.
2D stages are good. You just gotta appreciate them when you can see them.
especially when you actually put a lot of effort behind them thinking about this.
Ah, damn, I was 20 seconds off. Oh, well. There goes the perfect run. That's it. Stream's over.
Well, we start.
Oh, hey, Big. I mean, he had to be somewhere. Wasn't in the main game, so it makes sense for him to be here, I guess.
Hello. Your name's Shadow, isn't it? Have you seen my good buddy, Froggy?
Okay, so it may be a bit random in how Big is relevant to the stage, but he kind of is. So fun fact for Sonic and the Secret Rings, there's an unlockable section in the extras that details the Easter eggs that Big has been through in like Sonic Adventure 2, and it references Sonic 06 as well. Apparently he did visit like Soliana in the background, we just didn't notice him. It's like, shit. Like, it's canon, Big has been here, but nobody else remembers being here.
Hey there.
Oh, hello. Your name's Shadow, isn't it? Oh, this is literally just what he said a second ago. No? That's too bad. He ran off again, so I went looking for him. Somehow I wound up here. I'll keep looking. If I see anything interesting, I'll let you know. Do you like to fish?
Sure is peaceful here.
No wind blowing, no birds chirping, no bugs buzzing. You don't think it's cozy? I might take a nap.
Do you like to fish?
He's a very simple boy.
Yeah.
You never tried? That's too bad. You like to learn how? What? You're not interested? Well, that's too bad. Ah, you're missing out, Shadow. The best shit you could possibly do. Right. I think I'll stop here. Up now we can fast travel. Assumed you could do it by default. Save. Oh, I should probably at least showcase what the collection room looks like. So it's not an area you can find, you have to get here through the menu, which is a bit weird, but whatever, it's a collection room. Here's where all those cards come from that DLC. Look at these screenshots. That's it. It's like, this is your unlockable. Screenshots. Great effort there, Sega. Let's see. Oh,
It is something.
Shadow has his bike here. You can't ride it, but you can sit on it. It's something. I'll showcase proper of the collection room later. It's just, there's not much to see here
Yeah,
for
it is,
now. There's one other thing here. Right, so these things are all around the area that progressively adds. These are extra collectibles for the collection room. We can find pages of Gerald's journal, and this journal gets deep. Like, ah, shit. It literally progresses like how Gerald succumbed to his madness after Maria's death. Like, oh, oh no. It's a bit grim.
Emotional trauma.
I know. It's like, Sega, what the fuck? All right, we're gonna stop here because we're blitzing through this game. That's good though, because we don't have as much time to spare for.
Yeah.
Right, so there's the thumbnail preview. Really happy I was able to port those wings, because I was gonna do this thumbnail with just Shadow on his own. It would have worked fine, but it's like, I need the wings, man. I found the wings though.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, that'll do for a stream. So check back on Wednesday for more Shadow Generations. So then, bye all.
Bye.
Yay. It's the game. done. Alright, cool. That's like we never left.